calling and appealing to all our officials and members of the diplomatic community to come to the tent and be seated. We are about to start. We're in the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute have partnered with so many stakeholder groups for this Youth Opportunity Expo. We want to acknowledge all the members of the diplomatic corps as well as all government officials who are in our midst. And a special welcome to all the participating schools, Morsley High School, Seaford High School, Paul Bogle High School, Robert Lightburn High School, St. Thomas Technical High, Eva Barkley Academy, Port Antonia High School, Donald Corey High, and Happy Grove High. And last but not least, coming all the way from St. Mary and Notre Dame High School. We also want to acknowledge the universities and colleges that are present. The University of the West Indies, the Northern Caribbean University, Caribbean Maritime University, the Michael University College the University College of the Caribbean, Excelsior Community College, and of course, the members of the Diplomatic Corps, the German ambassador. We'd love to acknowledge you, sir. The Indian High Commissioner, or the representative from the Indian High Commission, the British High Commission, and the representative from the Canadian High Commission. So we want to give everyone a warm welcome this morning, and of course, we must begin with prayer. And at this time, I invite Reverend Mario Sams, Justice of the Peace, to offer prayer.
Let us pray. Almighty and everlasting God, you who search the depths of every heart and know us beyond what we reveal to the world, today we stand before you in humility, in the midst of excellence, achievement, and recognition. Remind us, O God, that the greatest work you desire to do is within us. So create in us, O Lord, where there is pride, plant humility. Where there is ambition without purpose, give us direction. Where there is knowledge without wisdom, grant us discernment. Where there is success without soul, restore our spirits. We lift before you this institution and all who labor here. Bless the instructors and call the students and guide the administrators and strengthen every hand that contributes to this noble institution. We pray for distinguished leaders and guests present today. Grant them wisdom beyond their years, courage in their decisions, and hearts that seek justice, righteousness, and truth. Lord, in a world that often measures worth by achievement, teach us to measure life by purpose. In a society driven by competition, teach us compassion. In moments of pressure, teach us to pause and remember you. So search us, O God, and know our hearts. Try us and know our thoughts, And if there be any way in us that is not pleasing to you, lead us back into your truth, your grace, and your everlasting way. Let this day not only inspire minds, but transform hearts. And may everything done here bring glory to your name. Through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much for that powerful prayer. Thanks. We want to give a hearty round of applause to the JCF band that's with us today and have been entertaining us so far. And a special acknowledgement to Superintendent of Police in charge of St. Thomas, Mr. Rowan Ritchie. We move right into the item that will be done by Providence Preparatory School. Make them welcome, everyone. Calling on Providence Prep with an item. Calling again on Providence Prep. I hear coming. Head to the tent, please. Once again, please make Providence Prep welcome.
Buckley. It's so powerful. And it make me like a fool. Something afraid to use it to express myself. Me can use it anytime as a weapon to defend myself. When my voice can echo near, far, loud and clear. And whether me shout, scream, or whisper, me not care. For me use my voice to my advantage. Me woulda never use it to my disadvantage. Me voice matter, cause with every word me can talk my mind. Cause it is my strength, whether mean or kind. Me voice not dead, so me can hold a stand, claiming my right when I went not to talk to anyone. My voice is my God-given gift to share. It's my strength, so me not have no fear to use it as a vehicle to motivate others and to teach and break down barriers. For my voice matter, so we always be a voice for the voiceless. Me would never make anybody coerce me to be voiceless. For this voice, give me voice, I'm a powerful gift.
Use your voice.
Give me voice matter. Give me voice matter, verbally and written. So either way, me, I'm gonna express it.
Understand that their voice matters to decision making, community development, and of course to this country. Give Matthew another round of applause. Thank you so much, Providence, for representing today. We will move right into our opening remarks from Mr. Marcel Clark, Chairman of the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute. Please make him welcome.
Madam Chairperson, the Honorable Custos Victorian of St. Thomas, Marcia Bennett, CD, JP, members of Parliament, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and commissioners, other dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paul Bogle VTI CMC's first annual Youth Opportunities Expo, the first of its kind in Eastern St. Thomas. The Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute, located right here in Lyssons, St. Thomas, is an integrated community-based project being governed by a Community Management Committee, CMC, since February 1993 in partnership with our trust STA, Community Training Intervention under the CTI program. The initial concept of the then Eastern Vocational Training Institute, now Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute, was that the existing Camp Bogle buildings, which were destroyed by Hurricane Gilbert, would be refurbished by trainees using the building skills which would form the core subjects of a skills training program. This initial concept was realized in or about the first 3 years of that program, thus resulted in a gradual increase in training space and machinery. The establishment of the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute was destined to be a landmark in the new approach to integrated community-based training, which has significant implications for national development. It was the culmination of an idea which grew out of discussions held at the St. Thomas Parish Library in 1992. The mandate, the mission, and commitment of the founding fathers and our trust NSTA. This initiative was supported by a very enthusiastic and dedicated group which consisted of leaders of the licensed community and as well as the business community. At this point in time, the parish was without any form of tertiary institution. There was no organized post-secondary training facility in the parish. Paul Bogle VTI officially opened on March 18, 1993, with its first batch of 60 trainees, with its first Community Management Committee, CMC, consisting of Mr. William Bennett as chairman, Mr. Halvin Owell as vice chairman, Mr. Rupert Anderson, a member, Mr. Cleveland Keane as treasurer, Mr. Ronald Gordon, member, Mr. Ivan O'Kelly, member, and Ms. Patricia Lindsay as member. Mrs. Verna Keane was secretary, and Mr. Ronald Mackenzie, member. The decision to start Paul Bogle VTI was made under that guango tree, which is estimated to be over 200 years old. Although Paul Bogle VTI is a quaint institution, today this current Community Management Committee administration can boast that in our region, consisting of St. Mary, Portland, and St. Thomas, we always have the highest number of graduates in our regional graduation each year. We are the second highest producing in the entire country of Jamaica under the Artrust NSTA Community Training Intervention CTI program. We have a 100% passing rate in our Allied Health course each batch for each year. Paul Bogle VTI's CMC goal is to build on the legacy of the forefathers and make Paul Bogle VTI on par globally in vocational training as we train and certify our youth of the day, transforming them into young professionals. We can do it. Yes, we can do it as we work hand in hand to change the trajectory of the youth. Thank you. Let us continue to make Jamaica. God bless you.
Agencies and other stakeholders who are here today, having partnered with the Paul Bogle Training Institute, Vocational Training Institute. We have the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, the JCF, the JDF, the Jamaica Fire Brigade, St. Thomas Health Department, the Department of the Correctional Services, Universal Service Fund, Registrar General Department, the National Health Fund, Factories Corporation of Jamaica, the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Tax Administration of Jamaica, Social Development Commission, Island Traffic Authority, Child Diversion Restorative Justice, and Caribbean Assurance Brokers Limited. We want to thank you all for partnering with the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute on a day like today that is great for St. Thomas and its young people. We now invite Mrs. Marcia Bennett, Senior Custos Retolorum for the parish of St. Thomas, who is deputizing for His Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, ON, GCNG, CD, to come and bring greetings. Make her welcome, please.
Good morning. Good morning. Greetings from His Excellency, Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, GCMG, CD, KSTG, Senator Marlon Morgan, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Youth, Skills and Information, members of the Diplomatic Corps, and I know the British is here, the German and the Indian High Commission and the Canadian. We welcome you heartily. Councillor Lindsay Smith, representing the Member of Parliament, Rosemary Shaw. Member of Parliament, Mr. James Robertson, Member of Parliament for West St. Thomas. Member of Parliament, Isaac Cannon, all the way from Portland. Chairman, Mr. Marcel Clark, specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, recognizing my own superintendent, Rowan Ritchie. Good morning again. His Excellency, the Governor General, regrets that he is unable to be present at this event. The privilege is mine to deliver his greetings, and I want all of St. Thomas to know today that Sir Patrick wanted to be here. He never wanted to miss this occasion, but he went to Filoni yesterday, and as you are aware, he has not been 100%. But he gave me full assurance, Custos, all I wanted to do is to be beside me tomorrow. But that is life. He's not here today. I'm truly honored to join you today at the Paul Bogle Vocational Institute Youth Opportunities Exposition. across this gathering, I am struck by the richness of your diversity. You come from communities both rural and urban, some from quiet districts where life moves at a gentler pace, and others from vibrant centers where opportunity seems to move swiftly. Yet, despite these differences, you are united by a common purpose. Standing at the threshold of transition from the structured environment of school to the wider, more demanding world of work and enterprise. Sir Patrick speaks of his own journey. In my own journey, from the classroom to the pulpit, I have come to appreciate a simple but powerful truth. Geography is not destiny. Where you begin does not determine where you will end. Your present circumstances are not your final definition, they are merely your starting point. I invite you to see your life's work as a great construction project. At this stage, you are laying the foundation. And like any enduring structure, it must be built with care and intention. It cannot rest on indecision and mediocrity. It must be anchored in discipline, strengthened by purpose, and guided by vision. This exposition, therefore, is not simply an event. It is your procurement center. Here, you will encounter pathways to vocational excellence, insights into academic advancement, and tools for entrepreneurial success. Engage fully, ask questions, explore possibilities, let curiosity lead you, and let purpose anchor you. We must also recognize that opportunity rarely announces itself. It does not arrive with fanfare. It reveals itself to those who are prepared. Success is not a matter of chance or inheritance. It is a product of persistence, preparation, and deliberate effort. The global environment into which you are entering demands more than passive participation. It calls for readiness, adaptability, and precision. As you move through this exposition, I encourage you to do so as investigators, seeking knowledge, examining options, and gathering the information necessary to shape your future. But before you leave here today, I challenge you to take 3 decisive steps. First, identify one clear pathway, not a vague ambition, but as a defined goal. Second, secure one tangible resource, whether a contact, a piece of information, or a requirement that advances your journey. Third, commit yourself to excellence, recognizing that true progress requires going beyond the minimum And principal, I want to repeat what Sir Patrick said here for the children. Before you leave here today, you must identify one clear pathway, not as a vague ambition, but as a defined goal. Second, secure one tangible resource, whether a contact, a piece of information, or a requirement that advances your journey. Commit yourself to excellence, recognizing that true progress requires going beyond the minimum. The bridge between where you are and where you aspire to be is built through effort, strengthened by vision, and sustained by discipline. The tools are here. The opportunities are before you. The responsibility is yours. Go forward with confidence. Build with intention. Strive for excellence. It is now my honor to declare the Youth Opportunities Exposition officially open. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Mrs. Marcia Bennett, for bringing the warm greetings on behalf of His Excellency, the Most Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, ONGC MG CD KSTJ, our Governor General. Wise words. We also want to now invite our German ambassador. We want to acknowledge our German ambassador, who is also the head of the diplomatic corps. We invite you to stand, sir, so that you are fully acknowledged. Thank you. The representatives from the Indian High Commission, the Indian High Commissioner, thank you, as well as head of mission from the Canadian High Commission. We will now invite Council Division to bring greetings on behalf of Ms. Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, Member of Parliament, Eastern St. Thomas.
Chairman of proceedings today, to our own Custos Honorum, St. Thomas, representing the Governor General, to all other dignitaries and diplomats present here, and to every attendee. I rise in the physical absence of our own Member of Parliament for St. Thomas Eastern, Ms. Yvonne Rosemary Shaw, who is unavoidably absent this morning. I rise to deliver on her behalf a most appropriate message for a day such as this. These are her words. Good morning, Chairman Clark, members of the Community Management Committee, faculty and staff of the Paul Goldman Vocational Training Institute, our distinguished partners, ladies and gentlemen, and to our young people who are the real focus, the true focus of today, I greet you well. It is an honor to bring greetings on behalf of the Member of Parliament as we gather for this Youth Opportunities Exposition, an initiative that speaks directly to the future of St. Thomas and indeed the future of Jamaica. This year's theme, repositioning the entrepreneurial spirit through skills training, could not be more timely or more important, because today we're not only talking about jobs, we're talking about ownership. We're not talking only about employment, we're talking about empowerment. When we invest in our youth, we're not just planning for tomorrow. We're building a generation that can generate, that can create, that can innovate, that can lead. To our young men and women gathered here today, I want you to understand something clearly. You're not just participants in this country. You are its potential, its strength, and its next chapter. And within each of you is an entrepreneurial spirit. A spirit that can build something from nothing. A spirit that can turn skill into income, ideas into enterprise, and passion into purpose. But that spirit must be developed. It must be trained. It must be sharpened. That is what today represents. This exposition brings more than information. It brings access to skills, to training, to mentorship, and to real opportunities that can transform your life. Whether your interest be in tiling, in welding, in cosmetology, construction, culinary arts, or any other skill area represented here today, understand this. A skill in your hand is power. A skill in your hand is independence. A skill in your hand is the foundation for entrepreneurship. But opportunity alone is not enough. It requires effort, it requires discipline, it requires courage to step forward even when you are unsure. As of today, young men and women, I want you to make a commitment to yourself. A commitment to hold on to and utilize each and every opportunity that is presented to you and make them into building blocks towards your greatest potential and by extension, a greater Jamaica and a greater human race. I thank you.
I don't allow anybody to introduce me in St. Thomas. I do the welcomes and I do the introductions. And you've been doing a tremendous job. You've recognized properly our High Commissioners and our ambassadors, our members of the diplomatic corps. And I'm not going to repeat. I believe in being very, very short. As Mr. Smith just recognized, there are times when I have campaign platforms and I just say it's a pleasure to be here with you. Let's do what we have to do. I want to ask Mr. Beckford, I want to ask and remember a friend of mine, Dr. Fenton Ferguson. I'm asking you to stand up and to come forward because he believed in this institution. He put a lot of effort into this institution. He put a lot of effort into St. Thomas. There's a time and a place for politics. From Mr. Beckford. I'm going to ask Mr. Clark to come forward, and I'm going to ask, I understand the structure of government, sir. I'm going to ask the minister to come forward, please, and stand up here. Take a picture, because to present, maybe 34 years is significant to the challenges. And I've already said to Minister Dana Morris, who is the minister in charge of heart, education, and all of this activity. I have said to her, in your new university down the road, the most modern urban center, you need to find place and space for all that have contributed to the success of St. Thomas. We were once the forgotten parish. We were once the parish with the last high school to be attained. And I know where we are coming from, because I am a son of St. Thomas. My mother was the first tertiary educated in education citizen of St. Thomas. She taught at Shortwood Teachers College, Excelsior. She served on many places to make the change. So I just want to step aside. Sometimes the talking is too much, and take a picture with these three gentlemen representing our future.
Sisters, you can come too, no?
She's on the floor.
You never said that when you spoke, so.
They always wonder where I'm going. Superintendent, welcome. It's the first time I'm officially in the same place as you. You are new to the parish. You're new to a beautiful place. You're to a place where we boast the least amount of crime at times. And I know you will continue that. Can you step forward so we can know you? So the cameras can capture your image, and we can show you at all times the honor and respect that we have for you.
You want to stand beside me, but I say it's politics.
It's true. Isn't that true? It's true.
What we must not be afraid of is change. We speak about education, but yet we are afraid of change. If you have education, you cannot be afraid of change and new things. We are in the parish that boasts the greatest development over the last 10 years, the greatest change to its environment, the best roads without toll, the best urban center that some believe is too good and too expensive for us. Well, nothing is too good for the people of Port Ogle country. Mr. Buchanan, I drove behind you coming in. I wish you all the success in transforming the lives of your people. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a difficult, long road, especially the way it has started. But welcome to St. Thomas. All of you need to understand, and I see so many faces that I know here. Councillors, come forward. Come and take a picture with Mr. Smith. Andrea, Dean Jones, I saw John Lee. Come, Mr. Smith. We have to recognize those who are making a difference. They are here supporting the people. PNP, JLP, no P, one Jamaica. I want to really close because we have seen so much. The rural bus service has made such a difference to rural poverty and education. And wherever I speak, I will single out what I believe is the shining stars creating a difference. I only want to say thank you all for coming, and we look forward to working with you.
You included everyone representing here today. It's an important day for St. Thomas. It's an important day for the Ministry of Education, and it's an important day for community development. And while persons were being acknowledged, there are two persons as we move into the entertainment from Ina Barkley Academy of Excellence. I certainly want to acknowledge two of my principal colleagues that are here today. I want to acknowledge the principal of Anatomy High, Miss Trudy Phillips, who is here. Just wave Trudy. All the way from St. Mary, but decided to be here, so we appreciate your presence as well. And of course, if you didn't know, Ina Barkley Academy of Excellence has a phenomenal principal who continues to break barriers and make exceptional strides for our students. And if you didn't know, Ina Barkley School of Excellence is one of our secondary institutions, right? And so I also want to acknowledge our very own principal, Dr. Jacqueline White, JP, who is here with us today. We now invite the students of Ina Barkley Academy of Excellence to give us a presentation. Give them There is. There is.
So feel I'm on your mind. Lord of mercy.
Alright, give it up for Eva Park.
Let's go.
You wanna catch a groove, you wanna feel the iron vibes. Rock out your mean, you know so your vibe is right. So bring your queen, and we're gonna reload the machine tonight. It's a bumpy reggae party, and the vibe is nice. It's a long time, I never dance like this. It's a long time, I don't move like this. It's a long time, I don't dance like this. It's a long time, I don't move like this. Way on, way on, way on, way on. 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 I revive. Oh yeah, you like dancing, yeah. I feel like moving, yeah. I feel like moving, yeah. I feel like moving, yeah. It's a long time, I never dance like this. Long time, I don't move like this. It's a long time, I don't dance like this. It's a long time, I don't move like this. Way down, way down, way down, way down. Way down, way down, way down, way down. Way down, way down, way down, way down, yes. Way down, way down, way down, way down. Give it to me one time. You wanna feel the iron vibes. Rock out your mean, you know so the vibe is right. So bring your queen, and we're gonna reload the machine tonight. It's a bumpy reggae party, and the vibe is nice. It's a long time, I don't dance like this. It's a long time, I don't move like this. It's a long time, I don't dance like this. It's a long time, I don't move like this. Way on, way on, way on, way on. Way on, way on, way on, way on. Way on, Way yo, way yo, way yo, way yo. Way yo, way yo, way yo, way yo. Way yo, way yo, way yo, way yo, yeah. Way yo, way yo, way yo, way yo. Baby, tell me one time.
My mic is not working. I don't know if it's back now. Very impressive. Say that. This man, what is not working? Mic check. Okay. Awesome performance. And he looked nervous. She looked nervous. But they sounded so excellent. And you see him around here dancing. He's dancing around here, but I guess he was a little bit shy here. But give them another round of applause. Yes, and I see Madam Principal beaming with pride. Yes, you did an exceptional job, and we are so, thank you. We are so proud of you. Very, very good job. Coming from the Ina Barkley Academy of Excellence. I was directed by someone who said that while I was acknowledged the other principals and teachers by extension, I must say that I did not share who I was or who I am. I apologize. My name is Karen Cruz, acting principal at Lawrence Bay High School. And so I'm serving you today and carrying you through this very short program. We're almost at the end, so do not get too, what do you say now? Yes, jaded or feeling exhausted. I know the time is a bit hot, but we're almost there. So we are moving into more greetings. And this time we are going to invite Mr. Isaac Buchanan, Opposition Spokesman, Youth and Human Rights, to come and bring his greetings. Make him welcome.
Thank you, Chairman. Greetings. I am now, I want to say I'm a fast learner. And the Member of Parliament from Portland Western, St. Thomas, St. Thomas, from the Member of Parliament from St. Thomas, the Honorable James Robertson, said it is important to know when to be short. So as a short man, I will take the opportunity to be informal and say all protocols observed in the interest of time. I want to say interest of justice as well. But I was given inspiration just now to speak on a particular thing, and that is what is called the capitalization of the human potential. Often in developing countries, developing nations, if we still say third world country, talent is like water running rampant, and we oftentimes fail to capitalize on that human potential. When I heard the young lady in the shyest form, didn't hold her head up once, and the beauty of her voice and the God-given talent, that is not something that, you have to be born with that. It is the development of that talent that will change the life of the young lady. Then when I saw the young man who says, I don't want to be up here, I don't want to dance. And as an artist that went double blast for about 20 years in my life, never had a hit record. And I was wondering why, but then I heard his effortless, the effortless beauty in his voice, the potential and the talent. I think we have discovered the next Nige boy. I want to say that, and I look forward, maybe with the help of the JCF band, which also have a lot of multiple talented persons, aside of the JCF that oftentimes is not promoted. Music is a part of our culture, it is a part of our identity. And so a demonstration at a vocational skills training institute showing that we have the potential to capitalize on the human potential is a blessing. I'm honored to be here to participate today because using this platform to speak about youth and human rights, this is the starting place. Vocational skills training is oftentimes a second opportunity to access the education. So I'm overwhelmed to know that the government is getting it right. Jamaica is getting it right. And we should clap ourselves for that. Now, there is a process, a journey. And Madam Costas, I heard you quoted the Governor General about leaving here and choosing one path. I'm going to ask that maybe when they choose one path, they should think of many others. Because in a globalized technological society, a world that is driven by AI, even though we didn't hear the young children use auto-tune and all of that, it is important to not drop your eggs in one basket. And seeing the opportunity for tiling, farming, carpentry, all of that, and also a platform to reintegrate into university life, tertiary, vocational skills training is an opportunity to be set back on the pathway to going to tertiary institution, the formal education of having the bachelor's and the master's and hopefully the doctorate if you go that far. The letters which to many are so important in recognizing the voice that the young man told us earlier that we were to use because your voice matters. So in that vein, I'm also happy to know that Port Antonio High, Happy Grove High, and Fair Prospect High traveled all the way from Portland Eastern to participate, signaling that access to further education is not just a geographical location where if it's not in your parish, if it's not close to you, you won't have that opportunity. Looking forward to further partnership and through government and through ambassadors are here, through nations that can assist the human potential of our youth is what will drive the change in Jamaica. We must continue to develop, nurture, protect them. When they run afoul of the law, the JCF is here. Child diversion is a tool to ensure that they get back on the path to education, because I can tell you I would not be standing here today if education wasn't proof that it is the catalyst and platform to a changed life and opportunities endless. So I'm happy to be here and want to say thank you for listening to me, and certainly we will support the youth in all their endeavors, music, sports, and certainly education, a combination of which forms part of the Jamaican identity. Thank you for listening, and we must always remember the capitalization of the human potential is Jamaica's greatest gift. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Isaac Buchanan, Opposition Spokesman, Youth and Human Rights. Now, yesterday I saw this gentleman up and about supporting the youth nationally as he was in the National Stadium supporting the boys and girls who are participating in the Boys and Girls Championships. But today he's in St. Thomas. but supporting our young people from St. Thomas, Portland, as was previously said, and certainly St. Mary. We want to invite Senator Marlon Morgan, Parliamentary Secretary of the Ministry of Education, Youth Skills and Information, to come and to bring greetings. Make him welcome. Thank you.
Master of Ceremonies, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished members of Parliament, and recognizing the Member of Parliament for St. Thomas and Western, James Robertson, the Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern is also with us, and then they also hail, even in her absence, our host, MP Yvonne Rose Shaw. Madam Costas, pardon me, good afternoon to you, ma'am, and thank you for bringing remarks on behalf of our Governor General, Sir Patrick Allen. Though the moderator mentioned that I'm not here in a trance mode today, I want to just place on record that I'm celebrating the athletic excellence of all our young people. Though I have my own bias, as it were, my tie is a dead giveaway. Yes? And his tie as well is a dead giveaway. I wish for all our athletes well, because, Madam Moderator, as I sat at the stadium, I thought to myself that, listen, what we see at the World Championships, at the Olympics, at the Grand Prix, and all of the other athletics events around the world, the seeds for those exploits on the track were sown in such initiatives and events as the Boys and Girls Championships that we stage each year. And we must big up our athletes and big up ISA and all the stakeholders for that. On receipt of the directive to stand in for our portfolio minister, Dr. the Honorable Dana Morris Dixon, this morning, I embraced the opportunity with both hands, because as I looked at the assignment, I saw that it touches and concerns a most important thing in our country, particularly at this time. Exposing our young people to the offerings that are available to them, empowering them by providing the information to them, and I determined right off the bat that this Career and Opportunities Expo is a most important initiative. I must commend the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute, all your partners, all your enablers, including, of course, our very own portfolio agency, the Heart NSA Trust, for the collaboration that has been going on over the years. I must commend you on the vision and foresight in putting together this particular initiative, because we want our young people here in Eastern Jamaica, in St. Thomas and Portland and St. Mary, to be on the cutting edge in terms of information and access, because that, as Member of Parliament for Portland Eastern espoused just now, is a critical ingredient in allowing them to be the best versions of themselves through education and training. I must commend the Portland, the St. Thomas, the Paul Bogle rather, VTI, in relation to the work that you are going on with here. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenges that confront us at present in Jamaica are in many respects different from those that confronted us 15 or even 25 years ago. The truth of the matter is, if we are to remain agile, relevant, and fit for purpose, certainly in education and the training of our young people, we have to ensure that we continue to renew, we continue to refresh, and we continue to rethink. So approaches to education cannot be static. Indeed, approaches to the training and upskilling of our young people cannot be static. Today's world is the world of AI. It's the world of tech. It's the world of animation and graphic design. It's the world of robotics. And as you can appreciate, 25 years ago, when youngsters like myself were at university, we were using a floppy disk to save our assignments. That is different from what obtains today in terms of flash drives and so on. Yes? So if it is that we are to ensure that we position our young people to be their best selves and to go on to be productive members of society, we must also approach their education and training in ways that are more aligned with the dynamics of and the direction of the current marketplace. Such a pity many of our young people are, touring the booths just now and are not necessarily in earshot of these proceedings. But I really came with a message for our young people, and I'm not dissuaded because I know that in the modern era we will have appropriate cuts and we will have the content disseminated on the respective platforms. So I want to give a particular charge to our young men and women, or boys and girls, or students, that decision making is very important. You must be intentional in the decisions you make, because the decisions you make will set you up for life. If you make good decisions, you are on a path to being a productive, gainfully employed and fulfilled citizen of Jamaica. And what you see, ladies and gentlemen, many of our students doing here today is a part of that which will enable them to make good decisions going forward. And one of the most important decisions that any youngster will have to make is a decision pertaining to their career, their future, what vocation it is that they're going to embark on, what it is that they're going to elect to do later in life. Most important. If you think about it, most people can identify something that they're good at, their aptitude basically. So based on your skill endowment and your academic disposition and capacity, we all have aptitude in one way, shape or form. I would want to implore our young people to pair their aptitude and interests in a very concerted and deliberate way with what is viable in the marketplace. In short, ensure that the career that you choose is one that has good prospects in the medium term and in the long term. Because as we know, with advances in technology, with advances in research and development generally, there are professions of old that are now antiquated and no longer vogue, no longer viable in the marketplace. Every time I look back at my CSEC, it would have been CXC at the time, certificate, and I see typewriting, MP James Robertson, I chuckle because at KC, in grade 11, I am one of those students who did typewriting back in 1999. Of course I passed it, but I'm just thinking as to what the current skill sets are. The youngsters are having to produce and navigate electronic documentation in the contemporary space. And as such, we and our little piker and lead machine back in the day, navigating typewriters and changing ribbon and all them things. Those are distant things. And it may make me seem dated, but it just gives us a sense as to how our society evolves, how industry evolves, and how important it is to ensure that we, as the adults and the decision makers in the room, keep our young people on the cutting edge and ensure that what they do is relevant and suitable to the times. Absolutely. At the Ministry of Education, we are embarked, ladies and gentlemen, on transformation. It is a massive project, a massive enterprise, and I dare say government is not the only stakeholder or constituent in this grand puzzle that is education. it's very important for all of us to understand and recognize that industry, NGOs, service organizations, the international community, and a raft of stakeholders are also critical to this puzzle, which is the education, upskilling, and training of our young people. And I want to thank the various exhibitors here at the inaugural Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute Expo, because they have embraced their own space in the equation. They have embraced their own role that is to be played. Because when you think of the institutions of higher learning that are here, they are literally interfacing with our young people and making known to them the various offerings at their institution. Now, I want to encourage our young people to undertake research when you are contemplating your career. As you set about making decisions about what it is that you want to do with your life, how it is that you want to make your mark in Jamaican society and indeed in the world, you must be more deliberate and intentional in doing so. So undertaking research, interacting with industry professionals. For example, if you're interested in law enforcement, speak to Superintendent Richard or others in the Jamaica Constabulary who are making their own mark, and try and ensure that you have useful first-hand experience and insights from them as to what life as career policeman is like. You want to get a sense, young people, as to what life as a mechanical engineer may be like. You want to get a sense as to what life as a government official or life as a member of parliament, like Mr. Robertson and Mr. Buchanan, is like. So it's important for you to avail yourself of those sources of rich first-hand experience as to what the respective careers are like, because those approaches will serve to empower you and put you in good stead to make appropriate decisions going forward. I must also indicate that a buzzword for good reason in our education system right now is the word STEM, but the acronym STEM, which denotes science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And as my good friend, a sharp young man at one of our high schools here in Eastern Jamaica, the Paul Bogle High School, that's Jay Robinson's favorite hero, favorite national hero, next to Sir Alexander, of course, is the Paul Bogle. Yes? And so, as the young man was interjecting just now, the arts are to be situated, because as you can appreciate, and Member of Parliament Buchanan was indicating just now, our young people, as Jamaicans, we are predisposed to being proficient in the arts, whether it's in music or in literature. The arts align with our natural endowment as a people, and there's no reason why more of our artisans and our artists, in the case of the performing arts, should not be occupying the corridors and the hallways at our various resorts across the country. So I must indicate that as a ministry, we are prioritizing the STEAM areas, STEM in particular, because we know how appropriately STEM aligns with the 21st century and with Industrial Revolution 4.0, the fourth Industrial Revolution. There are new and exciting careers in the STEM areas, and I would want to say to our young people that those careers tend to be particularly lucrative, particularly high-paying, and if Jamaica is going to make that quantum leap in relation to economic development as it relates to higher income and appropriate levels of higher education among our people, it's important and a strategic imperative for us to embrace STEAM, particularly science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And as I wrap up, I want to bring, ladies and gentlemen, into sharp focus an opportunity that is available to our young people. It has to do with one of the more persistent and important issues in education and training, and that is financing. It is so, perhaps it's providence or by design that the very booth that stand opposite to us here under this tent is the booth of one of our financial institutions. Now, the Students' Loan Bureau has been an important partner in making access to higher education more readily available to generations of Jamaicans. I am particularly delighted that as a government, we have been effecting considerable, meaningful, and game-changing reforms at the Students' Loan Bureau. And that is particularly relevant to our young people. That is particularly relevant to Career and Opportunities Expo here at Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute. Because as you can see, we have exhibits by the UWI, the Caribbean Maritime University, UTech is here. I'm also recognizing the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean and others. And what that means is that for our young people to be able to access higher education, many of them not coming from endowed socioeconomic backgrounds. Many of them, like myself, have not been fortunate in terms of socioeconomics. And so it is financing through the Students' Loan Bureau that will make that aspiration of attaining tertiary education, accessing higher education available to them. And that is why I'm delighted that as an administration, we have abolished student loan guarantor requirements here in Jamaica. Many of the clients of the SLB are persons from tough socioeconomic and financial backgrounds. And what that means logically is that many of them are constrained. They are not able to go out and access a guarantor. They don't have benefactors readily available. They don't have financially endowed aunts, uncles, grandparents, and so on, who can stand as guarantors for them. And that over the years would have served as an inhibitor to the higher education pursuits of our young people. So the Students' Loan Bureau is to be seen, young people, as one of your potential partners as you go on to make the best of life and go on to invest in your education and upskilling. Because not only are the loans these days facilitating your tuition, they are also taking into account the nutrition that you will need as you navigate tertiary training. It also takes into account learning resources, books and laptop computers, for example, and even accommodation, because these are some of the things that over the years would have served as a deterrent and inhibitor, as it were, to access to higher education to many of our Jamaican people. So I want to again thank the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute and indeed its key partner, the Heart NSTA Trust, for putting on this expo and putting the young people here in Eastern Jamaica in a position where they can interface with the exhibitors and learn firsthand of their offerings and make important and appropriate decisions going forward about their future and indeed their careers. I want to just wish for you a good rest of the day and a successful inaugural staging of Career and Opportunities Expo 2026. And I trust that you'll be doing it even bigger and better in the years ahead. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Senator Marlon Morgan, for bringing that charge to us. It was more than just greetings. As he clearly stated, it was a charge and a lot of wise words said, and I hope that the young people around at the different booths were definitely listening to his words. And as I was listening, I just want to take the time to acknowledge Mr. Marcel Clark, who is the chairman of the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute, and Mr. Cardinal Bedford, who is the Expo coordinator, for the awesome job that they have done in working with the various stakeholders and key partners in making today a possibility. And as was said by Senator Marlon Morgan, we look forward to this in the years to come. Bigger and better, definitely, for the parish of St. Thomas and its young people. And by extension, I won't forget Portland and St. Mary as well. We are now going to have a selection by the JCF band, of which will be followed by remarks from Miss Charlotte Blake, Senior Program Director, Active, from the Heart NSTA Trust. But over to you. Well done. Is that Constable McDonald? I tell you, in the place here, your IG page is so active and informative because I'm able to tell your ranks because of a post that was placed on your IG page. So I was just checking the shoulder to see what rank he was, and I got it right? But congratulations, it was an awesome rendition, and you really stood on the platform of Steve, just done by our very own Dr. Jacqueline Hendricks White. Make her welcome, please.
Thank you, MC. What a wonderful morning it has been. I stand guided by the protocols that has already been established. I rise to move a vote of thanks on behalf of the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute to all of you who made today's event a reality so far. To the JCF Band, your musical prelude and the rendition of our national anthem. Reverend Mario Sanz, thanks for taking us to the throne. The Lord heard, and we are enjoying wonderful sunshine today. Matthew Heslop of Providence, his voice matters. Your voice matters. Our voices matter. It is our strength, and we must speak up. Chairman Clark, thanks for the brevity of your history of the Paul Bogle Vocational Training Institute. And for those of you who didn't know, everything must have a birthday, and we were informed of our birthday, March 18, 1993. Custis Bennett, you've never left us. And I am happy you were able to deputize for the Governor General today. And he's pleased. You shared with us wise words. And that is, we must and we should today choose a path as we are being exposed to many paths at this expo. Councillor Smith, yours was the privilege to represent MP Shaw. And you reminded us that it is important for us to develop a spirit of passion which will lead us into purpose, because opportunities transform our lives. And on this ground today, many opportunities exist. A skill in hand means independence. James Roberts, MP, St. Thomas Western. Sir, you are at home, so you need no one to introduce you. You showcase to the world some persons who have been hiding, working, burning the midnight oil, ensuring that St. Thomas stays alive. And we thank you for your spirit and for your brevity in your presentation. To the students of the Ina Barkley Academy of Excellence, who gave us an irie vibe today. Did you know that all those students are intellectually challenged? Yes, they are. And some of them are even on the autism spectrum. We say thank you for your irie vibe. We traveled outside of St. Thomas to Portland, where MP Isaac Buchanan, so moved by the presentation of the students, had to rewrite his speech on his way to the lecture. He deposited that we must capitalize on raw talent. It's in us as we go forward. via the channel of education, which gives us endless opportunities. Senator Marlon Morgan, you came with a word. You enjoyed all that you have been so privileged to. And yes, we are going for a walk afterwards. I thank you for echoing support for future efforts in education. As you reminded us that in everything we do, we must renew, refresh, and rethink continuously. As individuals, and we're all youths, we must reposition ourselves to be very productive. I wondered why your greeting was so long, as we were on time. But it was right in time, as our remarks individual, Miss Blake, was unavoidably absent. So I thank you for listening to the word of the Lord and opening your spirit of discernment to give us a charge. Your charge to all of us here, once you're alive, it is essential. Decision making must be intentional. To all our ambassadors who journeyed and you enjoyed your trip, no longer 3 hours to St. Thomas, but a quick 45 minutes, and you are here. Thank you for adding glamour and glitter to today's function. MC Kerry Coombs, you connected the dots perfectly, and for that we applaud you. To the 4 team, the crew that spent countless nights here. Yes, we support the paid staff of this institution, but there were 4 of us who burnt the midnight oil, and I must acknowledge these individuals. Chairman Clark, Chairman of the Expo Bedford, or Vice Chairman of the Institute, Mr. Williams, Newton Williams. You see him with his hand in a sling. He can't keep quiet. He is here running it. And yours truly, Jacqueline Hendricks. This has been an awesome day, and we say to God be the glory. Great things he continues to do.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hendricks' wife, for that vote of thanks. But I just want to add that we want to truly thank the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I'm told you deserve an extra special, or as Jamaicans will say, a brata type of thank you, because you are so instrumental in today's activities. You're interwoven into the success of today's activities, today's expo. And so we want to acknowledge you. And you can show them great gratitude, as I was informed that tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the JCF Band headquarters at Hero Circle, they will be having Banyan. And we are invited to go and support Banyan. It sounds really like a buzz. It has a vibe. Yes. And so we're invited to support the JCF at the band headquarters with their Banyan tomorrow at 6 p.m. So thank you once again. members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. At this time, we are going to invite Mrs. Marcia Bennett, Custos Rotolorum, along with Chairman Clark and other representatives, and we are going to invite them to proceed. Could you guide, sir, Chairman Clark? And I'm going to, pardon me?
I just need to do justice.
Oh.
Good afternoon. I really just want to lay justice where justice ought to be. We need to salute the Jamaica Constabulary Force because they're the ones that really made this expo possible. We need to really give them a round of applause, well deserved. Everything that you see here that needed to be here, JCF did it. Yes, we want to really thank them. I know I'm breaking protocol, but I couldn't allow this to happen. I must give credit where credit is due. Down till this morning, they came through with some things that we were short of. And trust me, they're the reason why it happened. Thank you very much, JC. I salute you.
All right, so we're going to move towards the cutting of the ribbon. And we are inviting Chairman Custos as well as other representatives to come. Yes, the diplomatic representatives, Senator Morgan, definitely. Hold down for the cutting of the ribbon. I'm going to start at 3.
Everybody look at the ribbon.
3, 2,
Look at the ribbon.
1. Okay, well done. Awesome. Going to interact with the various persons on the booths, learning, and certainly being entertained by the GCF.
Alright, this is our early childhood.
So all of the kids utilize this space?
Yes. There's so the level 3 comes in the evening. And then we have a Saturday class for level 2 also and for level 3. So it's to fit all the subscribers. We kind of play with the timetable. So you have a 5-day week, day class, and then a Saturday.
And weekend as well?
Yes. Saturday class. I had a situation with the electrical training some years ago where they had economic issues getting to school. So you know what they did? They said, listen, one said come Monday, another said come Tuesday, and the Monday said come Wednesday, and Wednesday said come Friday, and then share the notes, and they were 100%. We did a lab like this, but it's no roof. Melissa came and did more damage to it. The entire building is damaged. It's just patched, just giving grades to set the facts. Practical in prepared meals based on it. So this used to be the carpet to the carpet was damaged in a storm. What we desire to do is to transform from up there all the way down there, slab it and go on top, put in all the necessary reinforcement to create more space for learning. And we have a finished building at the back that needs to be finished because we're really tight for space, so we're not be juggling. So we're gonna go.
It's the auditorium, right?
No, auditorium.
It's so far down there.
Yeah, all right, gentlemen, together, and I'll clear the car. demonstration.
How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm very nervous to see you. Right. So this is our Magnus way.
So when we say we tie steel, we don't use a rope.
Alright, Mr. Mark.
You're visiting the yard, you know?
It's KC Fortis, man. Fortis. And I keep some technical things going on. Thank you. 5 club, we don't want money to go much from that time. We have a problem. Right. So these are our wall bars. Right. Yeah. So we just this is where they are right now.
Just want to
This is for what now?
We just use this to hold up the wall bars.
But I recall.
But we normally have a horizontal wall bar.
One, right.
Right, that's goes.
every 3 black eyes.
Every
3 black eyes,
So
right.
this is what it would be like. About
Yes,
here.
similar to right. But this is just the hold up the steel.
Okay.
Right.
A previous group I did a drywalling course. They constructed that home. Yeah, the drywall. The elements kind of rough it up a bit. Yeah, it is there. No, because it's a course, that's standalone course.
So with the drywall though, how the roofing element go? Like those, inside tiles, those roof tiles, basically. Or how that part of it go?
We actually have not engaged in that yet. This is just a standalone course, drywalling. It's not all the time we have the complement of trainers to start the course. So we only can people we have enough. We have to start with 25, right?
Yes.
We can't do it.
But that's where
Yeah, that's where it's going. But sometimes the interest in the area is not there. But that's what we do in the list. So we will get the list. We actually put in 2 courses. We do a report. 1 list. And we have a big. So we want to be a number. We're at the forgotten part, but
how many institutions like this are there?
Quite a number, but all right. There is a difference with the hard trust structure. They have the hard trust institutions. We are what they call a community training issue. So it's like this country.
So this is
Electrical. But oftentimes, sometimes. Yes. So that's what we need. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Actually, took over the slides and the mothers were coming in.